Well, join me, Marcus, as I go for another walk over Newton Dunes, heading east from Porthcawl. This time, I'm heading up over the ridge. You can see the tree line in front of me. And once I'm up there, I'm going to walk inland towards Tythegston village, then back around and back down to Newton Beach itself. So, a short interruption. As you can see, I'm back in the house, and the reason for the interruption, that beach was windy. It was really windy, and you probably couldn't hear what I was saying. So, I'm just going to recap. The walk itself is about 5 miles, 8 kilometers, should take you about an hour and a half. It's relatively flat, grass and sand. The steepest part was the walk up to the ridgeway itself. As usual, I'm going to put the starting coordinates in the description along with the map. Anyway, back to the beach. So this is my starting point on the slipway next to the pay and display car park on Newton Beach. You can park here, but you can also park on Beach Road if there's space for nothing. And also the lines here where those cars are parked, the lines don't come into effect until the 1st of May, but I would check before you do that. Anyway, that's the practical info out the way. Let's get started. And yes, the sun is coming out. Will it stay out? And will it warm up? That's the important part. Generally, it's a quiet walk, except for the start and end by Newton Beach itself. You get a lot of dog walkers, so be careful when you're walking through the car park and the first part along this path here, because you can get a few deposits, if you know what I mean. Well, just for the record, I'm doing this at 10 o'clock on a Monday morning. The kids have just broken up for the Easter holidays, so the beach is slightly busier than normal for this time of day. Also, it's the first dry day we've had for weeks. So after about 5 to 10 minutes, you get to a junction. There's a turn to your left and the coastal path goes straight on. But we turn to our left towards the buildings of Wigfach, the white buildings on the hillside there. So the coastal path goes straight on. You can see the sign on the post, but we go to the left, and you've got these gravel mounds either side and Wigfach in front of you. To be precise, in front of you, you should see quite a large building with a round tower-like structure on its right corner as you look at it. I'm heading directly towards that. You've got this little bank, and we take a right along this sandy, muddy path here. So I'm heading east in the morning, so I'm walking straight to the sun. So apologies for some of the shots. So you come out to a little grass clearing, and this is the area where it floods. But we want to be going left towards those trees there. So Wigvarch is there, trees are there, and we should be heading up there shortly. But we go through there first. As you can see, the path is flooded. Although it's flooded, we should be able to get round the side. Yeah, we can go over here. Well, that was lucky. It is quite flooded, as you can see, but there was a little path, a little diversion past the flood. So you emerge from the woods, Wigvarch is up there, and we bear right. So we've come out of the woods, we've turned right, and directly in front of me is the ridge. And we're going up that. So instead of going left, we're going straight on this way. And this is where it gets steep. By the way, if you haven't seen my walk I did on my other channel during lockdown, I came over here and I had a good look at the old firing range, and we're going to go past it now. So I'll quickly show you, but if you want to see more information about it, check out the video, I'll link it below. Here it is here, the old firing range. But we're going up there. So I'll see you at the top. Hi, if you're reading this, you've made it to the top of the hill, and now we're looking at the best views of Porthcawl. So I made it to the top of the hill, and from here you got great views over Porthcawl. You can see Newton Beach where we started, the caravan site, the harbour. You can even see the town and the Seabank Hotel in the background over there. And that box, that was interesting. A little box somebody's left to share your thoughts about the view. So I had a quick look and I've left it there. Anyway, for us, we continue along the limestone ridgeway, heading east. Let's go. As you can see by the stony path, we're at the very top of the ridge. It drops away either side. So after a couple of minutes walking along the ridge, you get to a wooden stile. Go over the stile and we turn right towards the sea. Again, like most of the stiles in the area, not in the best condition. So we turn right. As you emerge from the path, you can see the beach. You're looking out towards Ogmore by Sea. You can see Tusker Rock. You can either choose to walk back now down this path here, the bridle way, but we're going left, continuing to walk east along the bridle way this way. So we continue walking east. We follow the bridle way, which is easy to follow because you can see the sand's all churned up. And we do this for about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm glad to say, now I'm out of the wind a bit and the sun is coming out, it is warming up quite nicely. I did say 5 to 10 minutes on the sandy bridle way. That was a bit of an underestimate. I would say 15 to 20 minutes. So for the last part of the bridle way, you do drop down slightly, and in front of you can see a wooden post. There it is, and we're taking the left turn up there to the gate. So as you come up this path, there's a wire fence to your left, and basically we follow that upwards and we'll come out on a country lane. And this is where we emerge onto the country lane. And there is parking up here for a couple of cars, and also some outdoor pursuit centre. What's that? Welcome to base camp. Wild Spirit Bushcraft. So you're looking down towards Tythegston, and we take a left uphill up this country lane. Some more sheep with lambs, and on the other side we've got some cows, some brown cows. We're not looking too impressed to see me. What is it when the cows lie down? So the country lane starts to drop away. In front of you, you can see some wind turbines, also a small village. That's Tythegston. And the cars, I don't know if you can see the cars, they're coming in from Bristol to Porthcawl, and this lane comes out at 3 Steps Hill. So we come down the country lane. If you continue that way, we end up in Tythegston. So if you have the time, you can go and explore that little village, have a look at the church. But virtually at the lowest part of the country lane, you get this gate, and hidden in the trees there is a footpath sign. It also has this, Newton to Candleston circular walk, and a gate. And that's where we're heading now, through there. Well, it's only about 100 yards across this small field before we get to another gate. And when we go through this, we turn left and go down the valley. So you walk up the valley, over a wooden stile, then you get to a stone stile, and when you get over that, you take a right. My mistake, the old stone stile's there, but there's a new fence there and a wooden stile. So you go over that and we head up there. There's a couple of dogs staring at me. It's like the Omen. Those dogs were quite friendly in the end. They weren't a couple of hellhounds. So you come down here, bear slightly left towards the sandy path. And it is getting quite warm now. I'm not complaining. It was freezing at the start. I was saying that, the sun's going in again. That wind is still cold though. There's some annoying yappy dogs ahead. You hear them? I think I'll let them go ahead because they are annoying me. So you come out back in the clearing just before the ridgeway. Remember at the start we went up there? So on the way back we emerged from the trees over there. So we continue the way we came. This time we take a left through the bushes, and that's the area which was flooded. So we're heading back in that direction, and you're going towards the sea. So on the way up, we emerged from these trees after passing the flood and turned right. Now going back, we turn left back into the trees. So I'm walking directly to the sun at the moment, and the camera, I don't think it picked it up. There are a couple of rabbits. There are plenty of rabbits in this area, and if you come for a walk early morning or late evening, you're going to spot them. So again, this is where we were earlier on in the walk. We came from that direction, and that's where we're going. Over there you can see the houses of Wigvach. The seagulls are excited about something. So this is where we initially walked up when we left the beach at the start of the walk. But instead of going back that way to the beach itself, let's go parallel to the beach down here. This is the area where we had the gravel mounds. So we're heading west now. We're about 150 yards from the beach. You can choose to walk up to the beach and walk back to the slipway that way. I'm going this way for a change. Well, I'm back on Newton Beach. I think the route I chose, behind the ridgeway on the way back, sheltered me from the wind. And now I've hit the beach. It's really cold again. The Welsh weather. But at least it's dry and the sun is out. So from here, it's along the side of the beach, down that sandy path, and you come out at Newton Beach car park and the slipway. Let's go. So I'm back at Newton Beach by the slipway. I hope you enjoyed my little hike over the ridgeway to Tythegston and back again. And there's more videos coming up shortly. But in the meantime, remember, keep walking. Bye.